Hello and welcome to Splendid Bit Studio. I am Val. Today I'm finishing a sample for spring chicken, and while I'm working on this design, I would like to share a few recommendations how you can work on this design in peyote stitch, and also how you can simplify work on this design in peyote stitch by combining it with the brick stitch. I do recommend to create this design in peyote stitch, and this is what I did. I made a split for two different parts, actually three. I done the body first, then I created the head separately, and I created one one leg separately. And now let me cover the first step I took. So I identified the longest row in a design because that would be my recommendation for all designs in peyote stitch. Always start with the longest row in a pattern. So in that case, that would be those two rows. Let me make it bigger. And what I did, I put on a thread. I started from those two rows. You can start actually from those rows if you would like, but those are the longest one. And how you can identify it, when you see the first increase for the tail, so that's the row that you need to skip and start with the this row. And what I did, I put all the bits from those two rows, starting from here, and that would be a pretty long two rows to start with. And then you start to bead with the third row. I'm using the ruler to help myself to go through the rows, and you can go ahead at the third row and then the fourth row and so on until you reach the very end. So when I work on this design, I didn't add the leg right away, so I added it actually when I added the top of the design, and then I added the leg. Why? Because it was more convenient for me to hold the half of the design like this. So then when you finish and go all the way to the bottom until you reach the leg, and most likely if you started the same way as I did, you will end up on this side, and that's why I added this this leg first. But if your thread will end on this side, you can add this leg first and then separately create this one and attach it to the body. And then when you finish this half of the design, you just need to turn around the bit chart and continue to work all the way down. So the reason I decided to create the head separately, and I actually regret about that because it didn't worth to create it separately, but I already did it, so you can go ahead and create the entire two parts of the chicken all together. So you can work on a tail first, and then smoothly to come here with the thread and work on a head of the chicken. There are a lot of increases here, so, and a lot of decreases also, and there is no way you can skip it. You can skip increases, but there is another option that I will share later, how you can create this design skipping all the increases in peyote stitch by combining a peyote stitch with brick stitch. So when you finish head, so if you continue to work on the head right away after you added tail, then you won't actually get the difficulties that I actually faced when I created the head separately. So what happened when I created the head separately, those two beads, those are orange beads, I wasn't able to add, not from this part when I work on it, and not even when I work on a head. So what I'm gonna do, I actually mark those two beads that I wasn't able to add them when I work on the head. So what I'm gonna do, I will add those two beads at the time when I combine head and the body of the chicken. So that's how I'm gonna do it. I will work on connecting those two parts, and I will add two missing beads here when I combine two parts. And after I finish that, I will add the leg, and my design will be done. So that's how it's gonna look as a complete design. With the brick stitch, if you want to create this design with the brick stitch has the same recommendation as peyote stitch. Always start with the longest row in a pattern. In that case, when you work on a brick stitch, I would recommend to start from here, and create, starting from this row, and create half of the chicken, and then create the remaining part. With the brick stitch, you might have some difficulties and complexity to create the legs of the chicken, but what you can do, you can also create it separately and then attach to the body. So what you can do, you can create the body of the chicken first, and then if you decided to take this approach, you will probably need to start from the head of the chicken, and that would be the longest row is gonna be this one, and you can do work on this part first, then turn around the pit chart and create the remaining part of the chicken in the brick stitch. A lot of increases here, and unfortunately you cannot skip them at this point, but the legs still can be created separately, and then you can just simply attach them to the body of the chicken. So that would be the brick stitch. Now my recommendation for how you can simplify work on this design by combining brick stitch and peyote stitch. In peyote stitch, the most difficult part is are the increases in peyote stitch, and you can always skip them actually by not creating the increases. So in that case, the beginning is going to be exactly the same as I recommended before. And what you need to do, so all the increases that you will see, you will just need to hide them like this. So I'm using the post-it to hide all the rows with the increases like this. And also on this side, there are gonna be increases also. So, and I see that the increases starts here. So what I'm gonna do, the first increase I see, I will just hide it like this. And now you're basically gonna work on a design without any increases if you create it, and the beginning is gonna be exactly the same. This is your longest two rows. You will start from them. You will create the half of the design like this, then turn around the pit chart again and create the remaining part. And here, as you can see, because you hide all the increases, you don't have it, so you will just gonna work with the decreases in peyote stitch. And same gonna happen here. Actually, those are also the increases. Let me hide them also. So, and those increases, we will just hide them so you can smoothly work on a design without any increases in peyote stitch. And you will work on the head like this with not working on any increases in peyote stitch. And when you're done, as soon as you complete it, what you can do one by one, you just turn around the pit chart, and you can use the same pit chart with peyote stitch. And I usually do, I always mark the row with the marker that was the last row that I work with the peyote stitch. So, and then when you unhide it, you will see that this part you can add with the brick stitch, and it's gonna be very simple to work with the brick stitch, adding the remaining part of the tail. When you finish that, turn around the bead chart. Your tail is gonna be complete. Turn around the bead chart again, mark the row that you actually done, like this. It's just gonna help you to see on a bead chart. And by the way, I use the small bead chart and I regret about it. It's more convenient to work with the large bead chart. The small one design is pretty big, that's why the small one is looks very small. And what you're gonna do here, you just mark the row that you finished and what you need to add with the brick stitch. And here it's gonna be one like a long row in a brick stitch, and then you separately create the remaining of the design. And same you do with the remaining part of the head. You just mark the row that you've done already, unhide it, and add this with the brick stitch. That's the simplest way to work on a designs like that when you combine the brick stitch with peyote stitch. And now I'm gonna go ahead and complete the sample so I can post it on in my shops, and you can enjoy and create this design on your own. If you have any question, please contact me through Etsy conversation and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I usually respond within 24 hours. I am located in US, so we might have time difference, so apologies if I delayed my response. Enjoy creating this beautiful chicken. It's a nice beginning, nice beginning and preparation for the Easter. And what I forgot to mention that as you can see, I did use the white thread. And what I'm gonna do, and I do it all the time and I share it many times already, when I combine all the parts together, the thread, I'm gonna use the marker, and at this point I'm using the red one, and I will just mark all the white thread on the edges of the design, so I can hide the red like this. So, and it's gonna look very complete like this. And I will go ahead and do exactly the same with orange color when I have orange, and I'm not gonna use anything for the beige color. I will leave white. It's basically invisible here. So, and that's the last part that you need to do when you finish this design. Thank you again for choosing my designs. I hope you will enjoy to create this chicken, and see you soon. Bye.